August 14, 2025, 10:23 a.m. The South China Sea lay calm under a cloudless sky, but tranquility was a dangerous illusion. One lone American warship glided through contested waters, unaware that every radar ping, every engine hum, would soon decide the fate of nations. On the horizon, a Chinese Type 052D destroyer surged forward, engines roaring, slicing through the water with a deliberate, terrifying speed. Orders had come from Beijing: test the Americans, push the line, measure their courage. And somewhere aboard the USS Princeton, the crew knew that a single decision could spark a chain reaction that no one could control. The South China Sea is not just water. It is the lifeblood of the global economy. Every year, over $3.4 trillion in goods pass through this corridor. Oil tankers, container ships loaded with electronics, semiconductors, liquefied natural gas. Billions of lives, countless livelihoods depend on safe passage through these waters. For decades, China has claimed these seas as its own. Reefs turned into fortified islands, missiles trained on shipping lanes, Coast Guard vessels patrolling like a private navy. The United States, by contrast, conducts freedom of navigation operations, sending carriers and cruisers to assert international law and, if necessary, to confront any aggressor. On this day, all of that tension boiled to the surface. 10:26 a.m. The radar of the USS Princeton blipped with alarming precision. The Chinese destroyer was closing fast. Calculations flickered across the combat screens. At its current speed, the vessel would enter missile range in less than 20 minutes. And if it fired, EA-18 anti-ship missiles would strike in under 4. The crew of the Princeton did not panic. Training, experience, and the unshakable knowledge of their own firepower steadied them. Beneath the deck, 122 vertical launch cells waited silently. SM-6 missiles with ranges beyond 240 kilometers. Tomahawks capable of turning the destroyer into a wreck before Beijing could blink. Each second was measured, each decision weighed against a potential global incident. 10:37 a.m. From the deck of the USS Nimitz, the air erupted into motion. Catapults hissed. Steam screamed, and one by one, FA-18E Super Hornets tore into the sky, engines screaming, afterburners lighting the morning horizon. This was not just a show of force, it was precision choreography. Radars scanning, weapon systems live, each jet communicating through Link 16, sharing every detail of the airspace in real time. Across the water, Chinese J-15 fighters struggled to climb, launching from a ski jump ramp on the Shandong. Fully armed, fully fueled, but with nowhere near the networked coordination of the Americans. Their instruments and voice radios were all they had. Against a fleet connected like a single mind, the disadvantage was immediate and deadly. As the American Growlers deployed, the invisible war began. Pods of ALQ-99 electronic jamming equipment flooded Chinese radar with ghost signals. Targets multiplied and vanished. Pilots chased phantoms. Orders were delayed, communications jammed. The sky itself became a hall of mirrors, every move uncertain, every step potentially fatal. Then, beneath the waves, the final layer revealed itself. A Chinese Type 039 diesel-electric submarine moved into the area, slow, noisy, almost daring detection. But the Americans were ready. The Princeton sonar picked it up, mapping its position with deadly precision. Hours later, a Virginia-class American attack submarine, silent and patient, surfaced just 11 kilometers from the Chinese destroyer, a predator announcing itself without firing a single shot. Cameras on the Chinese vessels captured every blackened inch of the hull, the sun glinting off steel. For 90 seconds, the warning was unambiguous. We are here. Any misstep and disaster follows. Jets maneuvered. Missiles were calculated and recalculated, locked and unlocked. Every move could have escalated into catastrophe. The Chinese pilots, running low on fuel, began peeling back, retreating toward the Shandong. One by one, the tension melted back into a fragile, uneasy calm. The South China Sea returned to a deceptive serenity. Ships glided through international waters, airwaves cleared. But the metallic taste of near war lingered in the salt air, an invisible scar across the region. This confrontation, although fictionalized for dramatic purposes, mirrors real-world tensions. The South China Sea is a geopolitical tinderbox, where every patrol, every maneuver, every signal is a potential spark. August 14, 2025 stands as a warning that peace is not given, it is enforced. That in these waters, the flag does not rule, power does. This was a day the ocean held its breath, and the world watched, knowing it could happen again, tomorrow, next month, or next year. In the end, no shots were fired, no lives were lost, but the message was clear. Dominance in the South China Sea belongs not to the boldest claim nor the brightest flag, but to those prepared to fight and win at sea, in the air, and beneath the waves. And as the sun set on August 14, 2025, the horizon shimmered with the unspoken truth. History waits for no one, and in this ocean, every ripple can become a wave.